Here we are, my friends, the EUROFIGHTER Typhoon Airshow performance at the Paris Airshow. Here we go. All right. Didn't quite get the full takeoff there, but little tip of the hat on takeoff. I respect that. Come on, cameraman, focus. All right, good use of the vertical there. Goes right into the vertical. You can see the kind of the shape and plan form of the EUROFIGHTER. It's a little pointier nose than the Raphael. I've got a video on the Raphael as well, so I'll kind of be comparing those two because they're relatively similar, both kind of built as air superiority fighters. The Typhoon has an intake underneath the fuselage, so to me, that was really good rotational change of direction there at slow speed, so pretty nice. It looked like a slow roll, but still was able to change direction pretty quick and come back in. There's a good view of the two intakes under the fuselage there. But that's going to be worse with FOD. So those intakes are going to suck up little rocks a lot more than what the Raphael would. Ooh, good inverted flight. Looks like he's kind of pushing up as well. Wow. Dude! Okay, then he eases off and pulls back down. Woo! It looked like some negative G's there. That's gonna make your eyes red. I am not a fan of the negative G. No, thank you. There you can see the good view of the intakes underneath the fuselage. Real nice. It's kind of a skinnier front section of the fuselage. So to me, the Raphael with those intakes on the side, it kind of makes it looks like it has muscles. And I'm all about that. I'm all about the gym. Raphael's been in the gym. The Typhoon has a little bit of a skinny neck. That's just from like a design perspective, design observation. I see like a skinny neck type look, which I'm not a fan of skinny necks. So get the neck in shape, Typhoon. A lot of hard points underneath. Looks like it can carry a lot of stuff. That's good. Keeping its speed up. It's nice. It's interesting seeing like a 2-engine jet with one tail. So obviously the design principles of it allow it to have the one tail. Nice solid change of direction and then boom, stuck it and then continued down. That's nice. A lot of good use of the vertical here. And in dogfighting, especially high aspect BFM, being able to use the vertical is life. You have to be able to use the vertical. So the fact that this is doing that, I like it. Ooh, that's a nice crisp view. That does have a nice side profile. Take back all those things I said about your skinny neck because your side profile is so nice, Typhoon. I like to look at these jets from the perspective of design. To me, design matters. The way a jet looks is going to equate to likely how it's going to perform in a lot of different ways. Okay, decent roll rate. Slow, I don't know if that's max deflection, I don't know what the pilot's doing, but that's a slower roll rate than a Viper, slower roll rate than a Raphael. Good change of direction. To me, it looks like this thing is bleeding off energy more than the Raphael, but that's just from what I can tell from this footage. It looks like it's having a bit of a harder time to come back around and get its speed back up again. Little dedication pass. Showing the hard points. This might be a full deflection turn. Let's see what we get out of it. Yeah, this pilot's pulling some G's on this one. Good view of the canards. Yeah, this is like a max turn 360. Pretty tight radius. Not too big. So you want the radius to be small in a dogfight. This is one of those times where smaller is better. Very rare in life. I cracked myself up. There we go. Nice redirect on the turn there. There you go. Pointing the business end at you. This jet head-on looks pretty good. It does kind of look like it has a mustache, which I appreciate. This jet and I are one because of the mustache connection. When it's pointing at you straight on, it just has that nice, the canards are like, check out that mustache. Nice tight maneuvering by this jet, which I like. Okay, that's pretty quick roll rate to inverted. Back to right side up. So this is a quicker roll rate than what we saw before. Makes me think it does have a bit of a better roll rate than that first one that we saw. Oof, this is a tight. If he pulls this all the way through. Wow. That was nice. That was quick because he got up to altitude quick to then square that corner. So that's going to show a good thrust to weight ratio. Got the mustache pass. It looks like a handlebar mustache, by the way. It's like a Wyatt Earp mustache. Even the cameraman's getting excited and missing the front of the jet. He's just like, oh, is that a Wyatt Earp mustache? Yeah, real tight over the top loops on this thing. I mean, I feel like it's just, its nose authority is really good. And that, to me, shows me it's a pretty good dogfighter. All right, going back into another, it's like a half 360. Man, that delta wing is just so different from what I'm used to seeing. Good inverted pass, so it's holding inverted, so that shows me the technology of the boost pumps are good. Maybe they're updated, maybe it was born that way, that it has the ability to maintain significant inverted flight. It's just a plus. Looks like he's getting slow. I appreciate the quickness of the Airshow, though. I appreciate that he's kept it fast. And this demo of continuously, yeah, he's going into high alpha. That he slowed down quick, and a jet that can slow down quick and speed up quick is going to be more lethal in a dogfight. So nice high alpha pass. Flex in by the pool right there, just basically flying by doing one of these. Okay, I see you looking strong by the pool, Typhoon. Yeah, and going from high alpha into the vertical. That Raphael was doing this as well. Right over the top. Let's see if he pulls it all the way through. And he does. Oh, and he pointed the ground for a little while and dished it out. Okay. I think he probably could have pulled it all the way through, but actually that's cool because dishing it out like that in front of the crowd, just a nice crowd pleaser. Cameraman's getting nervous again, missing the front of the jet. It's okay, it's understandable. Yeah, I don't know which one would have the better roll rate. I'm gonna say the Raphael from what I've seen. Raphael's slightly better roll rate. That's just rough guess based on watching that Airshow video as well. You can click on that video after this, it should pop up. But yeah, the Typhoon to me looks like a really sweet jet. Yeah, the roll rate just looks slower to me. I don't know why you would do too slow of one. You might as well do full deflection out there. Show that off. And I think I'm partial to the intakes on the side of the jet. I'm just gonna throw that out there. To me, this looks like a Viper with a delta wing and a mustache. Which the mustache is a plus. So I like the blend of speed of going out and coming in fast and then also keeping it tight into the crowd. That's rare. Usually you have one or the other, but this seems to have kind of both. So good as far as performance goes, as far as style points and keeping the crowd engaged. That's something that you want to have during an air show. And then BFM-wise, I think it's relatively maneuverable. I would take a Viper and go up against this thing any day of the week. Yeah, I mean, they're going to get one big massive turn with that delta wing, which might be more nose authority than the Viper. But I think the Viper is going to keep its energy up a little bit better, not to mention a faster roll rate than what this has, in my opinion, just from what I'm seeing. If you think their roll rate is better or you've looked it up and it's better, post it in the comments, for sure. Here we go, coming in to land. Raphael's landing was freaking sick. Let's see what the Typhoon pilot has here. It looks like less ability to maneuver high alpha. Look at that big speed brake. It's kind of got like an F-15 speed brake up there. Not bad. Almost no flaps down. It's landing really fast. So I guess it's because of the canards or something, but I don't see any flaps down. But that's a real nice jet, beautiful. I would just probably say from a design perspective, the flow of the intakes on the side and the way that those intakes aren't going to suck up the FOD like the Raphael has. That's why I would likely pick the Raphael given the choice between the Raphael and the Typhoon in a dogfight. Roll rate, a little bit slower than what I'd like to see, but beautiful jet overall. I think the maneuverability of it is fantastic for a Delta Wing, and that doesn't always happen with a Delta Wing configuration. If I had to guess, I would say this has more nose authority, more maneuverability than a Chinese J20, just from what I saw there. But stay tuned. We'll do the Chinese J20 review as well. And hey, it turns out that only 25% of you are subscribed to the channel. With millions of views, it would help me so much if you would just subscribe, like the video, share the video. It would help the channel grow, and I would just greatly appreciate it. Again, all kinds of different airshow reactions that you can check out on this channel. Reactions to pretty much everything aviation under the sun. That's my goal. If you guys have ideas for other videos, post those in the comments as well. We'll see you on the next one.